Hey, hun, how do you make a strawberry shake?
I don't know. How do you make a strawberry shake?
Tell it a scary story.
Hi, and welcome to Suburban Life Permaculture. We're so glad you're here today. I'm Holly, and today we're going to talk about growing vertically. Specifically, I'm going to create a vertical strawberry tower. Let's talk about the different ways that you can plant strawberries. One are starts, and the other is bare root crowns. With starts, I just find it easier. I can get them fairly easy. There's a local nursery that I like. They tend to be easier to go ahead and transplant and then survive, um, but they do tend to cost more. Kind of tickling the roots here. Talk about crowns. The bare root crowns, um, they're usually less costly, but you do have some failures that are linked to that. A lot of it has to do with the depth you're burying. You have to make sure you don't bury it too deep. You don't want to bury your crown because that usually causes the most issues. And these starts are just going to get going a lot easier. With bare root crowns, you also have to water it a lot to get those roots going when you have a bare root crown. And you really don't have to do much with the starts. You obviously do have to water them, but they've already started those roots going. So um, you don't have that issue there. So we should have some really good success with these starts. Another thing that I want to talk about is some things that you can companion plant with strawberries. Uh, because it's a tower, we're a little bit more limited. I want to try to do some borage, some yarrow, and some sweet alyssum. Other things you can plant with it would be um, asparagus. I think that's a really common one to companion plant strawberries and asparagus. Um, I'm a little bit worried about a couple of the things that, like the borage and I think the sweet alyssum. Sometimes they alyssum. I always say that wrong. Sweet alyssum. They can sometimes get really tall, and not sure how that's going to work with this tower because these are going to be in, and there's going to be not so much room there. But we're going to give it a try, and worst case scenario, I transplant and I grow some more. So here's some borage. I'll plant this today. I'll have to plant some of the others later because I need to organize my seed. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go with the next layer. Oh, as far as the different varieties we have this one that's on this bottom layer. This is the ember. And then we have some on the other side of this flat. Um, we didn't have a little tag, so I forgot what variety it is, but we do have two separate varieties. So we'll just alternate on each of the levels and we'll see how they do. This is the other variety. Just taking off some of the dead stuff here or dying. I'll leave that for now. Try to keep it away from a little bit of the crown there. talk about some of the reasons why you might want to grow vertically. Number one, it's easier to harvest when it's up higher. Also, it's a little bit more protected from rodents, dogs, Mr. Abu. Unless, of course, he knocks over our tower and, well, then it's not safe from Abu. But that's the idea. It also saves space. That's probably number one for a lot of people, especially if you don't have much growing space for yourself. Towers are wonderful because you can grow in the smallest of spaces. Let's say you have an apartment. You want to grow something. You could grow in a tower on your balcony, on your front stoop. Really makes it where you've got a lot of space growing vertically. And you can grow a lot of things. You don't have to have one dedicated to strawberries. Although the botanist that was at the nursery that we bought these at told us that you had to be careful about the companions you planted with it because if their roots touched, the strawberries would take on the flavors of whatever it is. You know, so let's say we put chives in there. We might have strawberry chive. Don't know how reliable that is. It's the first time I heard it. I don't think he was telling me any kind of story there, but I've never heard that before. So we will have to let you know if they taste funny because of the companion plants we put. So have you ever experienced that? Because again, that's the first time I ever heard that. But if you've heard it or experienced it, let us know in the comments below. I like to get information from multiple sources. So if you've experienced that, just let us know. So as I'm going up this tower, I'd like to talk a little bit about planting seeds of kindness and positivity. And what I like to do is when I grow a bunch of cuttings, and let's say I don't need them all, and I give a bunch out to family who wants it, then I go ahead and extend that to neighbors and friends who would like to have some plants. You guys ever do that? Now I've grown vertically in different ways. You've seen how we have grown vertically on the in the front where we have the trellising. But we've also built structures that help us grow vertically. And one day I'll take you around for a tour and show you all those different ways. We've actually got 2 different kinds of structures that we've done to grow vertically. This is another layer, so we're doing other variety. And again, we're just gonna tease the roots. Nanny, nanny, noo, noo. Me teasing. My poking stick. Look, hon, I'm making a strawberry shake. I think on the top I'm going to put the companion planting right in the center. See what works. Cups all the way up. This is an empty one. empty one, empty one. We'll do, here, I think I'll put one of the ones that grow taller up at the front or at the top. See how that works for us. Now I'm just gonna water it all down. Check it out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers with 3 plants, so that's 12, plus the 4 on top, 16 plants. We got 16 plants all in this little, I'm thinking it's probably no more than 1 foot by 1 foot area, square, even though it's round. So you can get a lot of stuff in a small area using a tower. So, have you grown anything vertically before? And how? Let us know in the comments below. And I don't care if you like, subscribe, or share. You do you. Carpe diem, y'all.